feel like I should get my coffee. Let me get my coffee. Hang on a second. Good morning. Okay, who's here? Who has joined me this morning on my live? I am so excited to see you guys this morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh, I hope, oh good, there's a comment. I was like, please let me see comments this morning. Good morning, hi guys. I hope you all went and voted for Nail's Next Top Nail Artist. If you haven't, go hurry up and do that because the voting is still open. I think it's open. I'm not sure what time it closes this morning, but hopefully you've noticed our Facebook lives have been taken over by the contestants of Nail's Next Top Nail Artist this week. So we have had all three of them come on here and do a live. So that's been really fun. It's been fun to watch. It's been exciting. I totally forgot that we were doing that. And I came in on Monday and I was like, I just, sometimes I'm in the mood to like get on here and other times, like I'm just a mess and I've got so much stuff to do and I'm like, I don't have time to get on there and say hi to everybody. So on Monday I was so pleasantly surprised when the contestants were like, when do we go live? And I was like, yes, anytime. So I don't know if any of you watching have ever entered the Nail's Next Top Nail Artist competition, but it is grueling. I was in it the very first year. I got all the way to the end and I won second place. I won several of the competitions within, on the way there. And it was so hard. I was doing nails full time. So I had 40 hours a week of nails and hair clients. And, finding time to create the nails on top of it for Next Top Nail Artists is just so hard. I feel like you just don't sleep for the whole thing. And then, God forbid, if your challenge and your nails that you're creating go the way that you want them to go, it maybe takes like 20 hours to do your piece. But God forbid, like you start down a road and then you don't like what you're doing and you kind of have to scrap it and start over, you're so screwed. So anyway, I remember when I finished it, they said, oh, would you do it again? And I was like, never. Not to discourage anyone from doing it. You just have to make sure that you have time built into your schedule. The connections that it gave me in the industry were really amazing. It definitely gets your work noticed. So they'll be doing it again next year. But so we're down to the final three contestants in the main bracket. So those are the ones who came on our live this week and showed off the nails that they created. So our challenge was really hard. I love writing the challenges for NTNA because I really like to challenge everyone artistically. And so for this week's challenge, they had to, it was like a photo contest, like a nail photo contest. And they had to do a set of nails to convey a mood, but they couldn't use anything literal at all to convey the mood. It had to be through like shape, color, texture, all that type of stuff, the way that they style the photograph, nothing literal. So these girls, we don't know, like they're not allowed to tell us the mood. So everybody's pretty much guessing. We don't know what the mood is. Maybe we'll find out, when next week or something. But I think one of them did, and the judging's done. So they're going to announce this afternoon, I believe. I think one of them maybe did, I said if volatile could be a mood, that would be the mood. I think that was for Allison. Really, her nails look like hot lava. It was really incredible. And then Stella, I think, did, if I had to guess her mood, I would guess Zen maybe. But her picture, the way it was styled, everything was like perfectly balanced. And oh my gosh, oops, I just kicked that. And so anyway, oh my gosh, why can't I think of her name? Why can't I think of her name? Oh my gosh, is it Katie? I'm so sorry. I can't think of her name right now. I'm so horrible with names, but she did what I would say would be like a peaceful or a tranquil mood. It looked like when I looked at her nails, I felt like I could almost hear rippling water. So it's just very cool. I think the hardest part and the biggest challenge is when I write a challenge, or when the challenge is written for NTNA, I'm really trying to push the limits, but I also want to make sure that the contestants can understand what the challenge is. So after the work comes in from the contestants, then it's like, oh, okay. Hopefully, at this point they understood, what the challenge was. And so they definitely, I think, all did. So that was really exciting. So yay for Nails Next Top Nail Artist. I can't wait to see who wins this week. And then they'll go on to the finals. So good morning, everyone. So nice to see all of you. So yeah, this is kind of the new norm. And I have a therapist. I'm not afraid to say, I do see a therapist. I love my therapist so much. I see a therapist once a week, and we actually have a phone. It's like a video chat therapist. It's been very good. Some weeks I feel like I need it, and some weeks I feel like I don't need it. And so anyway, I just got off my video chat with my therapist, and we were talking, and I was like, yeah, I guess this is kind of like the new norm. Things were so crazy for a while, and I feel like we've all sort of settled into this way of life and this way of, it's just different. I think for a lot of nail techs, they're making press-on nails now, which is great. I mean, it's still a way to do what you love. It's just so different. It's so different. So if you're one of those nail techs, raise your hand, or comment, let me know if you're somebody who has completely switched gears to doing press-on nails for your clients. I've been trying so hard to help a lot of you through this transition, because I realize that it's just very different. There's a lot of pluses. That when I have done press-on nails for people, for photo shoots, for brands, for companies, for every occasion, for myself, for my daughter, I've been working with press-on nails since I was on Nailed It. That was the first time we ever had to actually decorate press-on nails instead of building the actual nails. I didn't think press-on nails were even a thing. When I thought of celebrities getting their nails done, I figured they were sitting down at a nail table and somebody was literally doing their nails. Not the case at all. For most of them, a lot of them, some of them who don't get their nails done regularly, when they have a special occasion, sure, they'll get a gel polish manicure, they'll get their actual nails done. But for most celebrities that are on the go, they don't have time to sit for a long nail appointment. And so press-ons are what they're doing. Good morning from Australia. And so I discovered this. So the first celebrity I ever did was Jennifer Lopez, which was terrifying. I was like, can I not start with somebody I got my eye fixed? Yeah. But I thought, can I not start on somebody a little more lower profile? Holy crap. And I never put press-ons on an actual human being before. So I was I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, how do I do this, And so it was terrifying. And there was no time. I had acrylics on. I couldn't practice on myself. I wasn't going to try to put them on my husband, because he's got ski jumper, little short, tiny, they're not even nails. I don't know what they are. But anyway, it was just terrifying. So she was the first person I ever did press-ons on. But the beauty of it is that you can do all of this prep work beforehand. And if you know, and this is the best part of it, you guys know your clients. I know JLo's style and I don't even know her personally. I mean, like, if I saw her, I doubt she would know that I did her nails 3 times. Like, it's not like we're friends. So, but you guys who sit with your clients, you know their favorite colors. You know what they like. You know what they don't like. I have my favorite lady. She's one of my favorites. I had several favorite ladies, but I had this one lady, Donna, who I loved. She was such a hoot. And she was like, oh, honey, don't you ever put that 3D art. It just makes my skin crawl. That's what she would say. She was from New Jersey or somewhere, and she was just hilarious. But it's like, okay, no 3D art for Donna. Donna likes the glitter. So you kind of get to know your clients, and you get to know the style that they like. And that's the best part of doing press-ons, is like, you know what they're going to like. So, you know, once you sort of get like the sizes figured out, it's even less work for you. So you can go from making 22 nails now down to just making 10 nails, or making, you know, 11 or 12 nails, you know, just to make a couple extras for just in case. Watch though, especially if you're using the Wildflowers nails in a box, the sizes are not cohesive from style to style to style, meaning if you wear a 5 in a stiletto, it doesn't mean that you're gonna wear a 5 in an almond, or that you're gonna wear a 5 in a coffin. So I did make a chart of millimeters, like measuring from one side to the other of the nail, this way, if that makes sense, right? Should make sense. This way. In millimeters, there's a chart floating around out there. I probably need to add it to the website. I'll do that when we're done. But there is a chart, a size chart for the press-on nails, because the most important thing for you to do really, for you guys who are working on your clients, see if they have like a tape measure for sewing, like one of those fabric, or like, you know, beach body, like measuring your biceps. But one of those like fabric tape measures, and see if they can use the centimeter side, it's much better, and measure from one side to the other how many millimeters their nail is from one side to the other, going this way, from like left to right, from sidewall to sidewall. Write those numbers down. Don't write down the sizes of the tips, because they don't all cross harmoniously. For example, I know JLo's tip sizes, but I know her sizes in the Dashing Diva nails. Forget what they're called. Those are the sizes I know. So if I choose a different brand to put on that client, it might not be the exact same sizes that they wear in the Dashing Diva sizes. So that's what I'm saying. Like, get the millimeters, and when you're recording sizes for your clients, don't record tip sizes, record millimeter sizes. Because that way, if they decide that they want to change shapes, or maybe this time they want to try stiletto, or maybe this time they want to try coffin, or maybe this time they want to try almond, you can transition them from one shape to the other and make sure that the sizes are going to line up properly. I hope that you all are hearing me and understanding this, because this is something that would be good to know before you do it, because your client's going to get the nails and they're going to be like, oh, this pinky nail, like, it's way smaller than the pinky nail you sent me with the almond shape. Why is this stiletto pinky nail so small? Okay, this is why. Oh, you like my sweatshirt? Thanks. It's so, I ordered it from, I forget where, but like, you guys, this could literally, it's so long. I can't, okay, hold on. I have to get far, far away from you to show you the sweatshirt. Wait, let me move it down. It's literally so long that it's like a dress. Isn't that so cute? I usually like try to hike it up though, so I don't look crazy, but thank you. I forget where I ordered it from. I just ordered one to try it. So anyway, sorry, squirrel. So just, yeah, as long as you're careful about your press-on sizes, measure your millimeters, record your millimeters for your clients, that's going to be the best thing that you can do. And then have fun. So the first time I went to Fashion Week to work, I got to the privilege and honor of working with the CND A-team in the design lab, which I'm like a forever member of, which is so fun. I just love them all. I wasn't sure what to think at first. I was kind of like, I don't know about this. But I was the first one they ever let in the design, like the first outsider they ever let in. So I really was trying hard to behave myself because I wanted them to let other people in the future. And I knew that they were going to be like, well, it either like went really good with Lauren Wireman or it like really didn't go well with Lauren Wireman. So I think we should scratch that for next year. So the whole time that was what I was thinking of, like, oh my God, this is like an open door. And if I come in here and like, you know, I'm not on my best behavior and doing my best work, like they're not going to let other people come in here. So anyway, I really behaved myself, but it's literally like a sweatshop. I mean, think about this. You guys are making press-on nails for your clients, and maybe you know their sizes and maybe you don't. So maybe you're just putting them out there and hoping anybody will buy it. Or for a lot of you, I feel like you're making them specifically for your clients. So when you do a runway show, just to like blow this up onto a huge scale, you're doing, you know, maybe 40 models and you don't know their sizes. So every single set has to have 22 nails. So like for the blondes where they wear those corsets, you're having to do really, really like avant-garde nails for, you know, I want to say, I can't remember how many looks they usually have, anywhere from like 20 to 40. It just depends. So typically there's like maybe 10 or 12 nail artists that are working in the design lab. They've started sending actually like sets of nails off to be done remotely and then mailed in to help. I did some for the blonde show this season, and then FedEx happened and the nails never got to the show, and the poor team had to like stay up for like probably 2 nights recreating the nails that I created that were like stuck, you know, in FedEx land somewhere. It was just the worst. So it was UPS. No, it was UPS. We'll get mad at UPS. It's either one or the other, and then you get mad and switch, and they both screw up all the time. So anyway, doing them for Fashion Week, you're talking, if you have like 12 nail artists, you're talking like 3-4 sets per nail artist. And these sets are sets that are literally taking like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours per set of 22. So it's a lot of work when you're doing like a big scale show where they just want like kind of plain nails. Like, so the blondes, all the nails are customized. Libertine, when we would do work for Libertine's like all over the place with the nails. So you got maybe like 40 or 60 models, and then we're like mixing and matching. It's very complicated. So the sizes, you know, we would have to create typically about 200 of the same nail. So if you can imagine, I did one year that looked like a beehive with little gold paillettes, like kind of like in a beehive pattern fading down the nail. I was ready to jump off the building. We were on like the 22nd floor in New York City. I was ready to jump. That's a lot of tedious work. It is a lot of tedious work. So, you know, be thankful when you're doing the nails that you're only having to do like 22 or 12 because oh my gosh, like on a large scale it's crazy. And I hope maybe some of you are getting orders in and like the people are wanting the same design and you're doing the same set over and over. If that's the case, you might as well set up an assembly line and do it the way we used to do it at Fashion Week. So I would say, oh yeah, Trisha helped me with the claws nails that we did for TNT Claws, the show. So yeah, we did press-on nails for claws. So I've done a ton of press-on nails for lots of things. And so I'm excited that it's like being shared now, not me doing press-on nails, but like I'm excited that other people are getting the experience of doing press-on nails, because how does that fit back into the salon picture when salons open back up? Well, I'll tell you, like you can apply those nail tips to your client. Yeah, I know, Patty, so bad. CND saved them all, thankfully. But yeah, a lot of times the tips get thrown away. How does this fit back into the salon when the salon opens doors? So you have the option to use the Wildflowers nails in a box and actually put them on the client when the client walks through the door, and then decorate them right there on the spot after you've applied them using gel. That would be to adhere them for like a 3-week wear. And then when they come back in, you would take all the art off the top and you can actually fill them with gel again and get like usually 2 times out of them easily. So it's a nice quick service so that you're not having to like literally sculpt out of gel or acrylic a set of nails if you're crunched for time. So it's good to have them on board for that. It might not be like, we all have our feelings about different nail techniques. So some of you might be like, oh, that's such a cheapened way to do things, especially competitors and people who have poured countless hours and months and years into perfecting sculpting nails. I enjoy all of these different caveats. Like, I think that it's so much fun to go down these rabbit holes and test out these new techniques and figure out who they're good for. This is completely off the topic, but it's something that I want to share. And I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'll just tell you. All right. The Wildflowers base gel. Do you have it? You can comment yes or no, because it would be good to know if you had it. Our base gel is so incredibly versatile, and I've known something about our base gel for a very long time. I've been hesitant to share it because I am not someone who promotes like breaking systems or, doing things of that nature. But here's something that I'm going to tell you about the Wildflowers base gel. Those clients that you have. Okay, well, if you guys don't have it, let's just hear me out. Wildflowers base gel is, it's like a base coat gel, and it can go on the nails, and you don't want to use protein bond. You don't want to use like any type of anything fancy. You just use a mixture of alcohol acetone. So like Swipe, Scrub Fresh, you can make your own. It's like 3 parts isopropyl alcohol to like 1 part acetone, or 2 parts isopropyl alcohol to 1 part acetone. It could even be 50-50 alcohol and acetone. Anywhere from like between a 50-50 to I would say probably like 2 parts alcohol to 1 part acetone. You can make your own mixture. But basically you remove the shine and the debris and all that from the natural nail. You use that alcohol acetone mixture on the natural nail, and then the base goes down. Our Wildflowers base gel goes down. You cure it. So it can be your base underneath gel polish. It can be your base underneath hard gel. It can be your bonding agent for the nails in a box. But my favorite thing to do with it, and again, I'm hesitant to tell you guys this, just because I don't want to be like pegged as that person that's telling you to break systems, but I've known this the whole time, and it's 100% true. If you are an acrylic liquid and powder user and you have those 1 or 2 or 3 clients that lift, and you have tried everything under the sun to stop the lifting, my mother and my daughter both are these clients. Like, I can get practically no lifting on like 90% of my clients. So I know it's not me. I know I'm skilled enough. I'm not hitting the cuticle. I'm doing the prep right. I'm following the manufacturer's instructions. And yet I am still experiencing lifting with my liquid and powder acrylic. Okay. My mom, my daughter, they're those ones that you're like, they're like, oh, I have oily nail beds. And I'm like, what? Is that really a thing? I don't know. But that my mom said, like, somebody told her that one time, because her nails literally would just pop back off. Our base gel will stick to their nails. It will, in a scary way. The first time I put it on my mom, I was like, holy crap, what is this stuff? Like, this is crazy. My daughter, I wanted to put acrylic on my daughter, but I didn't want to go through all the work of doing it, knowing that they would lift and she would like have them picked off in 2 or 3 days, because she just lifts like crazy. If you use the Wildflowers base gel underneath your liquid and powder acrylic, it will solve the problem. I said it, okay? So on my daughter, I did the prep. I removed like the debris from her natural nail, removed the shine. I used the alcohol acetone mixture. I put 1 coat of Wildflowers clear base gel, cured it, and then I sculpted with liquid and powder. She has had her nails on for going on 5 weeks, because I'm like, everybody else isn't working. Why should I? She's had them on 5 weeks. She has no lifting, none. No, and like, it's like, what? I've known about this since, I think the first company that ever like did anything like this was Artistic. And Artistic was they had like their rock hard, and they're like, oh, it's like the same oligomers and polymers in the gel as it is in the acrylic. And I was like, wow, no way. So I tried it for the first time and it was awesome. I pinched really tight on a nail and the gel actually cracked on the plate under the liquid and powder acrylic. So I was like hesitant to do it again, but our base gel, it's incredibly flexible. So you can put the base gel on the natural nail, cure it. You can wipe the sticky layer off if you want to, or you can leave it. It honestly is not gonna make a difference. So don't get caught up in like, oh, do I wipe it off? Do I leave it? Like, you can leave it or you can wipe it off. It's not gonna make a difference. But you put the base gel, cure it, go ahead and sculpt. You can pinch. You don't have to worry about the gel cracking underneath the enhancement. I'm telling you, go ahead and do it and see what happens. Try it on your lifter, your worst lifter. Of course, make sure you don't hit the cuticle or sidewalls with the gel when you're putting it on, but go and try it and watch what happens. Don't be doing crazy things. Don't put protein bond underneath it. Don't be using crazy dehydrators, trying to like extra. If you put protein bond underneath our base gel, it will lift. I'm telling you right now. So don't go putting protein bond under our base gel. Just simply a mixture of alcohol and acetone to dehydrate is all you need. Then you apply the base gel, cure for 30 seconds, and then you can sculpt with your liquid and powder enhancement. The other thing that I'll tell you too is for those people whose nails rehydrate very quickly, you can do your prep work. So you remove the, the dead skin, cuticle, you know what I'm talking about, professionals. You remove that from the natural nail. You get the dust and debris off. You cleanse the surface using the alcohol acetone mixture. You apply the base gel right away to all 10 nails. Cure that for 30 seconds. And then you can really take your time applying your acrylic. So if you're a student or you're someone new and you're experiencing a lot of lifting, it could be because the nails are rehydrating themselves before you get to the nail to apply the acrylic. So if you create this bond between the natural nail and between the Wildflowers base gel, which is like really, it doesn't take more than 10 minutes to put this on all 10 fingers, you're good to go. You can wait 3 hours to sculpt your nail out with liquid and powder acrylic. It's not gonna matter. So here I am being a rebel, telling you the big secret, but it's really the truth. And I know not everybody's gonna agree with me telling you guys this, but I'm telling you, it really works. It's fantastic. I used Charisma acrylic on my daughter, and I love Charisma acrylic so much, but it lifts like crazy on my daughter, and it stays really good on me, but it just lifts like crazy on my daughter. So I was like, ha ha ha, I know what I'm gonna do. And so our base comes in clear. It comes in original, which is like a tinted formulation, and it comes in shimmer. So you have those options as well. The tinted one's nice if you are someone who has trouble seeing, because, and yes, I know there's nail techs out there that have trouble seeing, but the clear gel can be really hard to see, and it's really easy to accidentally hit the skin or hit the edges using a clear gel. So if that's you and you have a little bit of troubles like seeing super precisely, using the tinted original base might be a better option for you. It doesn't have a whole lot of color to it. It's like putting on a BB cream or something for your nails. So I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys, because I realize that, the nail industry looks at products like Protein Bond as some type of like miracle product that's gonna like cause everything to work and to stick and to not lift. And it's like, there's other things beside that you can do that create a really great bond. And so our base gel is one of those things. Just don't, only the alcohol acetone mixture. So I get hesitant to share the information, but I also get excited because I know it actually works. So I'm really excited. So you guys will have to come back when you try it on your clients. I know it'll probably be a while, but when you guys, or maybe try it on yourself if you're a lifter. But I'm really excited to hear back from you guys that actually try the technique, how it works for you and what you think. But it has solved every lifting problem that I've had. And again, it's not because of my skills. It's not from me hitting the skin and stuff like that or doing a bad prep job. I know I apply the acrylic with precision. I know that I prep the nails properly. I know my mix ratio is right. So it's none of those things. It's just there's some type of chemistry with the natural nail on certain people and the acrylic where like the acrylic just doesn't like to bond to it. It exists. I hate when companies make it feel like it's your fault. I just hate that. I've had people do that to me. They're like, oh, it's because you don't have your apex like perfectly positioned. Oh, it's because like your mix ratio is off. And I'm like, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying. Are there samples to try before oh, you don't even have to purchase the whole system, Amanda. It's just the base gel. It's one bottle of stuff. You can order, I believe they're $18 for the bottle. It's a big 15 milliliter bottle, so it'll last you a long, long time. And, but I will say this, I do have some smaller, they're not like, they're shellac size, put it that way. So typically all of our products that we sell are in a 15 milliliter bottle. That's the biggest possible bottle. It's twice the size of like a standard bottle of shellac from CND. So I do have some shellac size base original, I believe, and top coat, and I might even have our builder in a bottle. So what I might do, maybe this weekend I'll look into putting together a little just like sample set of something. I mean, it's still going to be cheaper just to buy the $18 bottle of base gel. Because if I put all three of those into a set, it's going to end up probably being like $29 or something because they're still like a decent size. But I'll look into doing that. I'm not opposed to doing that at all. So thank you for the question. Amanda, I'm going to tell you, this is so hard for me to say. I'm technically the manufacturer of Wildflowers. I'm the owner of Wildflowers, right? I am technically the manufacturer. So things that I can say or things that I can recommend or that I do recommend can get me into trouble. So as a company owner, I'm supposed to tell you like, you need to work inside of the system. You need to do what the manufacturer recommends. You shouldn't break rules, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to advertise the product as a universal product because that can get me into trouble because God forbid somebody mix it with something and they get some kind of reaction, which would be so bizarre because if honestly, like you guys, nail products that are made by reputable companies are being made with cosmetic ingredients and you can mix all the cosmetic ingredients together and you know what I mean? Like sure, there's chemicals and cosmetics that you can mix together and it will like catch on fire and it'll explode. It'll probably like eat through your fingertip. I'm sure that exists. But when it comes to mixing like one brand of base coat with a brand of color coat, typically what happens that you do see, besides things maybe not bonding and attaching correctly, is you'll see discoloration happen a lot of times too. So I can't go out there and say, oh, it's a universal product. It's going to work perfectly under everything. But yes, that's what I'm implying, if that makes sense. I can't guarantee you 100% that who knows? You might put a colored acrylic over top and you might experience some discoloration with the colored acrylic because there might be some type of reaction. So I can't promise you that it's going to work perfectly because I can't sit here and test every brand known to man and make that claim, that it is going to work perfectly with everything. But I will tell you, like, it's worth giving it a shot. I'll just say that. It's worth giving it a shot. get our clear and give it a shot and see what happens, because it might solve your problem. So yes, I feel okay saying that. So any other questions? I love answering your questions on here, you guys. So go ahead and ask. I made this coffee like an hour ago. I haven't even taken a sip yet. I probably should sip it. Still hot. How is that hot? I just spit it back into my own coffee. That's so nasty. I don't want to drink it now, but I'm going to. Oh my God. That was messy. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry you had to see that. I took a huge gulp because I honestly thought there's no way this is hot. I had like a half-hour-long therapy appointment. I judged NTNA. Now I'm on Facebook Live. I was not expecting that to be that hot. I'm so sorry, you guys. All right. Amanda, can I go? Sorry, you guys. Eileen, you just missed me spit my coffee out. It can or cannot be used. You can use it under a builder gel. Absolutely, Amanda. It is, Amanda, the Wildflowers base gel is just that. It's a base gel. It can go under liquid and powder acrylic. It can go under builder gel. It can go under soft gel. It can go under gel polish. It can go under nails in a box and hold them on your finger. Honestly, I have it on right now. I'm not going to get I can get kind of up close. I was going to say it's been on for like over 3 weeks on my fingers. And I keep my nails very short because I do have like rather long nail beds. So I keep my nails pretty short. I know it's not like the best. Oh, there's the camera. I'm like, where's the camera even? And trying to get it to focus. Anyway, when I'm just wearing my nails natural, I put on 1 coat of the Wildflowers clear base coat gel, and then I put on 1 coat of the Wildflowers top coat gel. And my nails are clear, healthy, shiny. I love them. This is my favorite color right here. I'm so boring. I will put the most bizarre colors and art on anyone else, but when it comes to my own nails, I just like wearing clear. I'm so boring. All right, you guys, I'm so sorry I spit my coffee out. I haven't had mine yet. What are you using to attach the press-on nails? Okay, great question, Rochelle. Attaching the press-on nails. So if these nails are going to your clients, and your client is going to get the nails. So for example, oh, there's no nails in here. Well, anyway, you sent them a cute little box like this, and the nails are inside of here. So the client's like, oh, yay, it's time for nails. We recommend the Wildflowers glue. I should have some here. Oh, yes, I do. Ooh. The Wildflowers glue for your clients to use at home. We have these on sale right now. I think they're like $3 a bottle if you buy like more than 5 bottles or something. And you don't have to give, it just depends on, it's your businesses. You guys can do this how you want. If it was me and I was making press-on nails for my clients, I would charge them like $8 for this glue, okay? And I would say this glue should last you for like the next probably like 10 sets of press-on nails that you get from me. It'll work great if one of them pops off. Like if you bust your hand on something and one of them goes flying off, you can use this to re-glue them on. It is a basic glue. Oh my gosh, pause. Somebody asked me earlier if you can glue a tip onto the Wildflowers base gel once it's on the nail. You can. However, I would recommend that you glue the tip on first and then put the base gel on the natural nail. So sorry, back to what I was saying. Yes, it's on sale for $3. So, and this is our professional glue. It's a great glue. It is a great glue. It's a great glue for your clients to use to for the press-on nails, and it actually fits right inside the box with the nails. There's plenty of room here, so you can put that in the box. But I would charge your client like $8 for it and say it's your glue. The greatest thing about this glue is they can throw it in their purse as long as they keep it closed tight. And, you know, if they ever run into an issue, they'll be able to fix their nail. I see a lot of people buying this crazy glue that comes from God knows where, that's made of God knows what, in the little vials. And the issue is like, yeah, I don't think the lid goes back on very tight, so your client can't like carry it around in their purse just in case of an accident. And when I wear press-ons, and I wear them a lot when I go to events, when I go to shows, when I go like wherever I have to go, and I have to like, you know, the expectation is for me to have fabulous nails because I own a nail company. I'm like, I'm so tired of everyone's expectations. Anyway, that being said, I always carry the glue with me just in case, you know, because I'm usually wearing like high heels, and if I fall, you know, one time when I was in college, I was wearing these platforms and I fell and I popped my water bra. It was bad. Like, so when I fall, I'm a tall girl and I go down hard. So, you know, if I fall, there's going to be nails flying. And so that's why I always keep the glue in my little like purse or fanny pack or whatever I have. Oh, thank you, Joni. All right. The boxes, no, we actually, if you guys are interested in boxes, we still have some left. We don't have a ton. You have to buy like at least 20 of them because we're not going to do this if you're not getting like 20. So you have to make it worth our while. We're selling these for $1.75 each. Again, minimum order of 20. I'm now imposing MOQs on you guys. So welcome to my world. Everybody's like, you should get a different shape of nails in a box. Oh God, sorry. And I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, our minimum order is 1,000 boxes. So that, if you do the math, is a lot of change. Anyway, 20 of these. It comes, we actually put, I know it's so hard to see, you guys, but the tape, can you see the tape is in there? So I put the tape in there for you guys so that all you have to do is peel the backing off and you stick your nails in there. We just pitched the cotton, honestly. So like if you want us to put the piece of cotton back in, we can, but you would just have to special request that. But yeah, they have cotton before we get our hands on them. But yeah, you just peel this part off and it's super sticky and you stick your nails onto it, and then it's like a nice little presentation box for your client. Stick your business card in the top if you want. I really want to take a sip of that coffee, but I'm scared. Okay, you guys. Sale promotions. Oh, Amanda, that's so sweet. Amanda, here's how we roll typically. For the year 2020, we are doing a deal of the week every single week. So we have like rotated through pretty much like a lot of our products, but we got here and COVID happened and I was like, stop everything. Because I know so many of you are making press-on nails for your clients because it's continuing to pay your bills, it's continuing to feed your families, and those are all very, very important things. So we have stopped with the deal of the week. We stopped on, and I was like, nails in a box on sale right now. So our nails in a box, if you're buying 3 of them, they're 40% off, which is pretty much as low as we can make them for you. Because I want to try to help you guys out so that you can, for those of you who are like struggling to make ends meet right now, nails in a box are on sale. We've got the tip holders on sale. We've got the glue on sale for you. We've got the buffers on sale in case you want to give your clients all like a box with a buffer and glue and nails and everything like that in there. So we have stopped and we have stalled on this, and I will not come off of this deal until I feel like it's time to, and I don't feel like it's time to yet. We have people still, we have had to downsize Wildflowers, so it's literally me, my husband, and my daughter that are running Wildflowers at this point. We are shipping 3 days a week. We are shipping on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I personally, I'll tell you this, if you get your stuff and it's wrapped up really cute like Christmas, my daughter did it. If you get your stuff and it looks like somebody like put it in a box and took a little bit of care, that was me. Because when I process orders, I process like, wow, we looked at the numbers yesterday. We have 2 ship stations going on. I processed about 65 orders in 4 hours, and my daughter processes about 19 in 4 hours because she is carefully gift wrapping and I'm not gonna stop her because I think, oh, it's gonna be like so nice for those 19 people out of the 100 people who ordered to get that, and maybe it'll really make their day. So I don't stop her. I think it's great if she wants to like carefully gift wrap and put stickers on stuff, and like she really goes all out. and does her thing. When I pack your order, it's going to get what it needs and get out the door quick so it can get to you fast. And I might put a smiley face on something, but typically, so anyway, we're the only 2 people filling orders. So I'm going in there. We are literally moving roughly 50 almond boxes of nails in a box, 50 boxes of coffin nails in a box, and about 30 boxes of stiletto nails in a box every time we go in to ship. So it is depleting our inventory very quickly. So if you're someone who's been on the fence, or you're like, oh, I might do this, like, you better order, because I'm telling you, we will run out. Wildflowers will run out of nails in a box. It is not an if, it's a when it will happen, because it takes quite a while to get these produced. And we were just like, oh my gosh, at first, and down like, I mean, even if I order them today, which I was trying to do, there's just no way that we'll get them if the demand stays as high as it is for nails in a box. So I'm going to tell you, like, when I see nails in a box sales slow down, we will move on and we'll start doing different deals of the week. So I think we have on deck, we want to do one with our top coats where you get the metallic, the top coat gel, and the matte top coat for some type of deal, like when you buy the 3 of them. It's something that we are talking about doing, but we're just not ready to move on because I want to continue to offer the nails in a box at a discounted price to try to help as many nail techs as we can help at this time. So, long answer to your short question. Mari, you need to talk to Aaron. Carlette, if you're interested in these boxes, you just need to send us an email. It's info@wildflowersnails.com. We have to just invoice you for them specifically. So just let us know. Just looking at questions. Sizing guide, yes. If you go to Wildflowers Facebook page, it's like Wildflowers Nail Academy Facebook page, there is a sizing guide that I've made. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going to take the sizing guide and I'm going to put it on the actual website. I feel like I did that already, but I might not have. So just in case, I will save it. I'll make sure it's a PDF. I'll put it on the website as like a digital download so that you can just access it from, wherever, so you don't have to go looking for it. But it is all over Facebook. On our Wildflowers page, I've posted it. I've posted it from Lauren Wireman Facebook page, so it is around. Hey, Nancy. Hey, guys. Okay, sorry, I'm just reading questions. Do you have boxes for press-on toenails? And if so, can you mix and match the box, both hands and feet? Velma, we don't have one specifically for toenails. I'm trying to think of who. I think Dashi. Okay, I'm gonna try to sip this coffee down. I'm just gonna take a little sip. It's really hot still. Dashing Diva might sell toenail tips. You could always, I'll tell you this, like, just being real with you, you could totally take any of the nails in a box, stiletto, coffin, or almond. I would probably do it with the stiletto because they're a little bit more square on the fit at the base. All of your sizes, like the 7s, 8s, and 9s, especially when you're working for your client's sizes. So you know your client's finger sizes. That means you're gonna blow through like the 0, 1s, and 2s. You're gonna probably have a ton of 3s left. You're gonna have a pretty decent amount of 4s left, and then you're gonna have a bunch of high range numbers left. Like you're gonna have a lot of 7, 8s, and 9s left. Those 7, 8s, and 9s would make great toenail tips. You just have to trim them. So you just have to cut them to the size and shape that you want them. You could use them for toenail tips if you wanted to. You would just, again, have to get measurements from your clients, but you could do that. But yeah, we don't have any that are like specifically for toenails. Oh, good, Kathy. I'm happy to hear your order's almost there. Yeah, you guys, we have a few distributors up in Canada. So for those of you in Canada looking for a distributor, I believe a couple of our distributors are on here from Canada. So just, feel free, Kathy and Aaron, to introduce yourselves. If you are over on Labrador, the island of Labrador, O'Regan carries our products over there. They're like on their own planet. I've never seen anything like it. I went there and I was like, where am I right now? It's like a whole new world. Our top coats are awesome. Thank you guys. Okay. Oh, hi, Lisa. I miss you guys so much. Hey, Lisa, guess what? Everybody's buying nails in a box. They're flying like hotcakes. Making room. Making room in the warehouse. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Okay, great question, Patty. How many sets are in a box? So in a box of nails in a box, there are 20 full set sprigs. So there's like 500 nails, but you're talking about like, do the math here. Is it 200 nails? Oh my God, I can't, I'm about to go get it. I do know this 100%. There's enough to make 20 full sets of 24 nails, if that makes sense for you. So when you pull the sprigs out, if you're gonna make your nails, say you don't know what size and you have to make like a full sprig of 24 nails, there's enough to do 20 of those in a nails in a box. And darn it, I wish I had like an extra phone or a calculator, because I would like calculate this for you guys real quick, but I just found my chapstick instead. When you do the math, if you're getting the nails in a box for $14.40, because you're buying 3 boxes, when you break down the math, you would take the $14.40. Obviously, if you paid for shipping, you're gonna want to divide the shipping up. So this is so fun. I love math so much, you guys. So let me tell you about how to do your cost for press-on nails. Let's just walk through a scenario, and I don't have a calculator, so we're just gonna fumble through it. Say you order from Wildflowers a bunch of glue, and say you order a bunch of these boxes that are $1.75 a piece, and say you order a bunch of nails in a box, okay? What you're gonna do is say, there's a couple ways to absorb the shipping into that. So say you paid $10. Let's do 10. You paid $10 for shipping, okay? And you got 10 items in your order. You could allocate $1 from, to each item and add $1 to the cost of that product, okay? That's one way to do it. There's a lot of different ways to do it. If you have something like when I order stickers, for example, I'll get a roll of stickers and there'll be like 10,000 stickers on the roll. My favorite thing to do is take like the $40 shipping fee and divide it by 10,000 and then say, oh, each sticker costs like a fraction of a penny more because of shipping. So you can choose how and where to absorb the shipping, but the shipping cost, if there is one, if you don't hit over $100 and there happens to be a shipping cost involved, it does have to be absorbed. Don't be stupid. Like absorb the shipping, because it's not like I know it doesn't exist. It's not like something that you hold in your hand, but it's still money out of your pocket. So shipping still costs something. The cost has to be factored in. So you absorb the shipping by dividing it by the number of items or whichever way you want. So absorb the shipping into the cost. So your nails in a box, say you just ordered that and like a couple other things. So they end up costing you $20 for your nails in a box when you absorb shipping and everything else. You're able to make 20 full size sets out of those nails in a box. That comes to $1 per set of nails in a box. Now we're talking about a full set of 24. So it's not like a set of 12 just to fit your client perfectly, or I always say 12 because I always add 2 extra tips for just in cases. It would really be 10 because people don't have 12 fingers, I know. But anyway, it's $1 for the plastic nail tips. So you've got $1 in that. You would have $1.75 in this, so you'd be up to $2.75. I would charge them extra for a big glue. If you're gonna sell them a big glue, I'd charge them $8. Otherwise, they don't get a glue. Do you need a glue today with your order? It's $8 extra. You can use this glue for the next 10 sets. Don't leave it in the sun. Like, screw the lid on tight. If you're somebody who wants to go buy the cheap little skinny glues from wherever, factor that cost in. So you're gonna throw one of those in every single set, whether they need it or not. It costs you this much plus shipping. That's your cost of glue. So we have a base starting price of $2.75 when I fill this box up with my nail tips. So $2.75 is my base cost. I could put a business card in here. Maybe my business cards cost 12 cents. So now we're running, like, we'll say maybe $3. You're gonna use all your nail products and your gel polishes and your chromes and all that type of stuff and your electricity and da-da-da-da-da. So of course you're gonna have that cost involved. So I would say typically your cost on a set of press-ons, and this is just like raw material cost, gels, glitters, like not a lot of rhinestones, don't get crazy on me. I'd say your cost is gonna be like $5 at the end of the day. This does not include your labor, okay? Not including labor. This is just literally what it costs to just, you know, have the physical nails. Your labor is the valuable thing. You're customizing these nails for your clients. And if people don't get that, they don't get it, let them not get it. That's fine. Somebody will get it and understand. If I can get a set of press-on nails customized to go with my outfit for the gala, and I can say, like, I want this shape, I want this length, I'd like these colors, like, or I already know you, my lovely nail artist who I love. So please, like, here's what I need the set for. You know the shape I like, you know the style I like do me something good because I trust you. Do whatever you want, that client, you know. Or I'm gonna send you a Pinterest picture because I'm an a-hole, just kidding. But, you know, you're gonna get that type of thing. So it's gonna take you time to make the press-ons. It takes me a little less time than it does, because imagine this, like when you're doing this on a client, you're gonna have to sculpt those nails, you're gonna have to fill, do all the shaping and filing first, then you're gonna apply all the art. Now, if you're doing 24 nails or 22 nails, obviously, there you go. You just ate up your time. It's going to take you probably what it took you to do the set on a human. But if you have the sizes for your client, it should take you a little bit less time than it typically would take. So figure out ways to cut your time. You can work on multiple nails at a time, and you can do my dirty little trick and get some spray paint if you want. What? I didn't just say that. I put some of that like MCT oil on the top of it, and I think it's like holding the heat in like a, ooh, it's hot. All right, hopefully that's enough information. I just went on a total rant about pricing your press-on nails, but here's what I've been telling, because people are like, what do we charge? What do we charge? I'm like, charge what you charge for nails in the salon, because if you don't, what's gonna happen is your clients are gonna be like, shoot, I can still get what I like, but not have to come into the salon. And they're gonna wanna do press-ons all the time. Great, let them. But you shouldn't be taking a hit financially to let them do that. Let them do that, that's great. You know why it's great? Because it takes you a little bit less time. And if you get 2 or 3 clients that wanna switch over to just doing press-ons after this all ends, fantastic. You can get another physical butt in your chair in the time that they would have been in your chair. So like for every 2 people that want to switch to press-ons, you can probably fit another person in your physical chair. So it's really not a bad thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's going to be a bad thing if you're undercharging for the press-on nails though. So like, this is what I'm saying. It's like when you start out doing nails and you set your prices so dirt cheap, and then you want to raise your prices and all your clients start leaving you. It's like, you have to think about this stuff. So don't undersell yourself. You're still customizing. You're still doing this stuff for your clients. Don't undercharge for it. You know, charge them what you would normally charge for their nails. That's what I would do. And they're being presented to them in a beautiful box. You're taking care, you're making sure that you've got like the little catchy things from the sprigs taken off. You know, you're using their favorite rosebud shellac color. It is a pretty color though. But I had this one lady. I mean, I've had these guys have done nails for years. Like, I know these clients. You got the one that their favorite color is coral. They like coral, anything coral, you know, so it's like you have to keep a stash of corals just for them. and coral glitters and coral gel polishes. And it's like, you got the one lady that comes in every single time and she only gets rosebud shellac and that's all she'll ever wear till the day she dies. It's like, I know, I've had them too. So, you know, you're still continuing to customize these nails for your clients. So don't sell yourself short. Charge what you would charge just to do their nails. All right. Newfoundland, Labrador. Yes, Paula's schooling me on the Newfies. I love them. It was awesome. Little Mermaid. Great. Okay, so I answered the question about what do you charge? Spray paint. Madeline, I shared a dirty secret the last time I did my live. Well, maybe it was a couple times ago. When we're in a hurry, again, I'm so bad this morning, you guys. Like, I feel like somebody should tape my mouth shut. When we're in a hurry doing fashion week or whatever, there have been a few times, because the models are wearing these and taking them off quickly, like on off. Photo shoot, same thing. You can go buy a can of spray paint from the store and spray paint your base color. I was just looking to see if I have evidence of this, which, let's go see. Want a field trip? How you guys feeling today about a field trip? Let's see if we've got some evidence. Because I love the evidence that it leaves behind when you spray paint a set, because it literally, like, I don't think I do have any evidence here. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Can you guys see in here? This is my cupboard. I actually keep these ready to go all the time so that if I need to just like hurry up and do a set. But yeah, basically what you do is you just take it outside and you spray paint it with spray paint. And it's not cosmetic spray paint, it's hardware store spray paint. So just, you know, FYI, not cosmetic spray paint. I've had to do that several occasions. Look, I even have the spray paint right here, spray paint. I keep black matte, I keep white matte, and I keep like a silver and a gold. And like I said, the reason why is sometimes when you're just making nails for like a quick wear and you have to produce, you know, at Fashion Week, you're producing like a zillion sets of nails. Yeah, like sometimes you got to make all the nails black in a hurry and you're going to run out of black gel polish and you're going to run out of white gel polish and it's expensive. You can also use nail polish, you guys, on press-on nails, because you can literally let those suckers sit overnight to dry completely. And then you can put gel on top of them and it'll be okay. So don't be afraid also to use like your nail polish if you want to on these nails. Am I telling you to use spray paint on your nails? No. Am I implying that some people might do it? Yes, I am implying that. But again, it's one of those things, like if I know that I spray painted nails and somebody came in and was like, will you take these off me? I sure as heck would not be like using my e-file to take it off for the sake of them and myself, because you don't want those colorants going airborne. You definitely don't want that going airborne. So you have to, you know, think twice about it. If they're soaking them off with acetone, you're fine. Okay. If you're going to chew it up and swallow it, you will be in trouble. Okay. Glue adhesion. All right, great question, Michelle. So as far as glue adhesion goes, the glue, like our Wildflowers glue, okay? This is a glue that we produce for gluing on tips. We've got beautiful competition tips for square shaped nails. They're competition. They've got the 50% C curve. They're fantastic if you don't know about them. But that's what we made this glue for. Now, there are several different ways for using nails in a box. If you are doing them in the salon, you can use them with the base gel, like the clear base gel, and then you can decorate them while they're on your client. In the case that you're gonna put them on after they're decorated, you can't really use gel to adhere them because the light can't really get through and make sure that it's curing properly for adhesion. So in that case, you would wanna use a glue. Now, this glue that we sell is not a silicone-based glue. This is just ethyl cyanoacrylate, okay? It's just a basic nail glue. This is great for your clients when they want to wear their press-on nails because like they might glue it on crooked or, you know, something like it. You want them to be able to like kind of, if they bust it really hard or fall down the steps or God forbid, you know, shut their hand in a car door, you want the things to be able to pop off and be safe. So I think this, honestly, if I was gonna give glue to my clients to use, this is a great glue. It's a really great glue for press-ons. I use this on myself when I wear the press-ons, when I'm trying to wear them for like, I don't know, like a week or so, get like a week out of them. You could go longer, I'm sure, but like they annoy me after like a week. I'm like, get these off me. So if I'm being like really a professional that's gonna put press-on nails on you, in a professional setting, I want to use a silicone-based glue, which is silicone, think of like lip implants and boob jobs. It's like puffy kind of. It's almost like a gel. I don't have a tube of it. But Dashing Diva makes a glue called Fast Bond. It is very expensive. It is very worth it. So when you are in the salon and you are a salon professional gluing on press-on nails for your clients, what's great about having a silicone-based glue is silicone, because it kind of is puffy, it can fill in. So if somebody has a really flat nail and the nails in a box actually are they're meant for curved nails. So if you've got a ski jumper trying to put a round press on, there's got to be something to kind of fill in that area. And this is where at home, your client's going to be trying to glue it on and they're going to be squishing it down. And if they don't like sit there and really hold it and hold it and hold it, there's a good possibility that that thing's gonna pop. Or in a few days, they might bust it the right way, it might pop. They're gonna come back with this glue again. It's gonna actually start to raise up in there and they'll be fine by like the third time they glue it. There's only so much you can do for your clients at home, okay? Getting a silicone-based glue in their hands is a little bit scary. They're probably not going to want to spend the money, and if they do spend the money, like, make them buy the silicone-based glue. But you providing that level of glue to them to use in their houses is crazy. This is great for them to use in their house on their own. It's great if they pop one off and they have to re-glue it. It's great for in the salon when you're gluing on tips. So hopefully that that helps to answer the question. Sticky tabs with the glue, I have no idea. I have never even thought to do that. Sticky tabs are for very temporary wear, so like one evening or for a photo shoot, something like that. If you apply, I will tell you this, like just so an FYI so that you know. I have on my nails clear base and I have the Wildflowers top coat gel on my fingernails. You can see they're very shiny, just clear. If I was to glue a press-on nail using this glue on top of this right now, just the way it is, those suckers would not come off in a million years. They would be stuck on me for 2 to 3 weeks because you are gluing something to the gel that is already bonded with my fingernail. So again, can your client do that at their house? Probably not, unless they have on an old gel polish manicure that's very thin and in really good shape. And in that case, I'd be like, shoot, just glue it over top of your gel polish manicure. Those suckers will stay on for weeks. So anyway, it's kind of one of those things. I feel like I need a flow chart. Like, first of all, who's doing the gluing? Second of all, how long do you intend to wear these nails? Third of all, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it's just, there's a lot of different scenarios and situations. So, oh, that's so good to hear, Shannon. I'm glad that you jumped on the bandwagon. Joni, we sell the ones that are blank. They're ready to be decorated. So you can use acrylic on top of them if you want to, but it makes them really not very flexible. So I'm gonna recommend that if you wanna work with acrylic, you can, but you need to keep that acrylic really, really thin down towards the bottom of the nail in a box. A printout. What would be on the printout, Shannon? Just tell me what you're envisioning on the printout to do that so removal is easier on your natural nail. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let me tell you, Carly. It makes, if you have gel polish manicure first and you use a glue and glue the nails on top of it, it makes the removal much more difficult. I'm telling you this from personal experience because I thought the same thing. I thought, oh, I'll just glue it right on top of my gel polish manicure because then like the removal would just be like so easy breezy. It is not. It is hell. Like really. The issue is the acetone. If I just glue these straight to my bare natural nails, the acetone can get in there and it can break apart that bond in relatively like 5 minutes. When you have a gel polish manicure underneath, especially one that doesn't have the seal broken, you're talking about breaking through, like it's literally gonna dissolve the press-on nails before it even starts to dissolve your gel polish manicure. So I'm not sure where that information came from, but holy cow, you are in for it if you glue those on top of a gel polish manicure. Unless the gel polish manicure is like lifting off of the natural nail already underneath, that would be your only saving grace. So, yeah, for as long as possible, like if they have a gel polish manicure on their nails and it's in decent shape, tell them to glue it right on top of their gel polish manicure. Those suckers will stay on there, Michelle. All right, let's see. Other questions? Yeah, Shannon, I did like a big YouTube video about nails in a box. I do have a sizing chart if that's what you have in mind. It tells you the millimeters like from sidewall to sidewall on each of the shapes, and just please keep in mind that they vary depending on which shape it is. I'm just waiting for a couple more questions and then I'm gonna go make sure that size chart is on the product page for our website. Thank you all. Let me please just stop for a moment to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to all of you who have been out there referring people to us, recommending our brand, recommending our products, recommending Nails in a Box, recommending the YouTube channel. Honestly, like, thank you so much. Everybody's being affected by this virus, and we had to downsize at Wildflowers. It's literally just me, my husband, and my daughter running the whole thing. And that's okay. We're handling it. We're doing okay. But at one point, I really was like, oh my goodness, is this gonna kill our whole company? So the Nails in a Box right now are really keeping the company afloat so that it's not being totally destroyed. It's keeping my family fed, which is great. And I just appreciate it. We're in the process of adopting too. So it's like, oh my God, holy cow. So thank you for supporting our family business. It really means the world to us. I know a lot of people are out there shopping. They're on Amazon buying all of these junk press-on tips. Okay, I'll get that on the product page as soon as I finish here, Carlette. But everybody's out there just buying all of this junk stuff. And I get that. But I really, really just want to say thank you to you guys who are recommending us. It's literally it's so funny. So on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, me, my husband, and my daughter literally go in there and ship. And we take our dog. And it's back to being a small little company again, which is okay. It's okay. It'll grow again, and, hopefully we'll be able to hire some staff back, and, it's just it's been crazy for all of us. So thank you. My sister's no longer with the company. That's a whole box of stuff that I cannot I cannot comment on. But yeah, she's no longer with the company. She's not been with the company for almost a year. So, but anyway, all right, you guys, I am Carlette. For making a short square, I would say I would go with coffin. I would go with coffin because it's gonna give you just a little bit of a taper, just a slight taper. And what you're gonna have to do is if you cut the coffin short, you're gonna lose a little bit of the strength and it's gonna feel a little bit flexible. So you're gonna need to add some strength back out towards the free edge. So Carlette, if I were you and I wanted to make like legit squares, okay, I would first remove the shine from the top of the coffin nails in a box. Like you want to scratch them up and really remove the shine first, okay? And this is for doing a short square. If you're just cutting a little bit of length, it's not a big deal. But if you're going like short, like sport length, like just above the fingertip, you're gonna wanna do this. Remove the shine from the coffin shaped nails, cut them the length you want, and then I would come on, you can use the Wildflowers clear base gel, or you can use the Wildflowers Build in a Bottle. But if you're gonna go with the Build in a Bottle, you definitely need to scratch the surface of the nail up first. You can't put Build in a Bottle onto the shiny nails in a box tip because they will not adhere together well. So you're gonna have to really like remove the shine, or you're gonna have to put the base down first. But by doing that, you can add the bulk back, especially like around the corners and stuff, and you're gonna end up having more of a square looking shape than a coffin. The coffin's just gonna allow you the room to add that thickness back at the free edge that you need to have a nice strong nail. Okay, so yeah, let me see here. Yeah, so whatever you do, like just make sure that you're getting good adhesion. So, but I'm gonna recommend if you're going on with gel polishes tend to stick with no problem. I've never seen a gel polish like peel off of a nails in a box nail. But if you want to e-file the inside to etch, Michelle, absolutely do it. It doesn't take long at all to do that before, but I would do it before you work. Don't do it after, because if you slip, you might catch and you'll be like, no. So do it beforehand. Okay, any other questions? This is fun. I feel like I just get on here and I'm like, I can't believe people watch me. Like, it can't be this entertaining. But I do like answering your questions. It makes me feel like we're getting somewhere and being productive. And not spitting out my coffee. It's so hot. Don't even know, I haven't had a lid on it. It's like 2 hours old. Do you do everything by hand, or do you use an e-file? Madeline, I use an electric file for everything. I can't live without an electric file. I love it. It's an essential part of, well, I feel it should be an essential part of every nail tech's career, and it should be an essential tool for every nail tech. I'm excited to have my own nail school because like everybody's gonna learn how to use an e-file, period. Yeah, an e-file makes things a lot easier. So my favorite e-file is the Erica's MT20, in case you're gonna ask me. And you can get it from Erica's. It's Erica's ATA is who sells it. I use bits from all different brands and companies, but definitely reputable ones. Don't go buying bits off of like these. Let me just say something about e-file bits while I have your attention. I've learned so much about e-file bits. Erica Schlebach is one of my good friends. She owns Erica's ATA. Lisa Comfort is one of my good friends. She's actually like invented bits. Lisa Comfort has been in the industry around like e-file stuff for like a zillion years, since like the beginning of time. So I've been educated from both of these people. And of course, like there's Atwood. Atwood's also a great brand and a great company for bits. And I'll tell you this, True diamond bits. Diamonds are the ones that look like metal sandpaper. True diamond bits are made from actual real diamond particles, like actual diamond particles that they like electromagnetically plate onto your bit. A true diamond bit will last you quite a long time. They are evenly coated. They're magnificent. When you get, some cheap electric file off of God knows where, Amazon, eBay, AliExpress, one of these places, they send you these little bits that come with it. And they're made with like complete garbage. So they electroplate like this crap onto the bit, and it wears off fast. It's not evenly coated. It's just a mess. So if you're gonna get an electric file, and you wanna call it an e-file because that's what professionals call it, you don't wanna call it a drill, and you don't wanna call it a Dremel because it's that just ain't right. So call it an electric file. If you're gonna get an electric file, get one that's made for nails, and get one that is sold by a good brand and a good company, and get bits for it that are good quality bits, because you're gonna end up spending less money in the long run if you do that. It's like you spend more money up front. I've had my Erica's MT20 electric file. I have actually like 4 of them, because at one point, it's a long story, but my original e-file I have had since 2009, so it is now 11 years old, and I have never had anything wrong with it ever. The most important thing I can tell you about electric files is that they have motors inside of them, and those motors have a lifespan. So what companies are doing is they're putting like a 2-year motor in your electric file. And then what's happening is the thing might last you 2 years, maybe it goes 3 years, and then it just like goes poo-poo on you, and the warranty's up. So yeah, I think she's switching over. There's like some type of new MT20 available, which I'm super excited about. I'm like, hey, new toys. But anyway, but this is what these companies are doing, is they're putting a motor in these electric files that have a lifespan on them. So it's like maybe it's a 5-year motor in there. Even a 5-year motor, it's gonna go bad on you eventually, and you're gonna have to replace it, because how do companies in this industry make money? Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's just go all the way down the rabbit hole. I sell all kinds of products. So I sell glitters, right? You buy this glitter from me, and unless you have a client who demands to have this glitter every single time she comes in, or unless you spill it, or unless someone steals it, you're probably not gonna buy this glitter again from me during your career, okay? Now, Palace is another story. Palace, clients request it, you're gonna go through it, and you probably will need to buy it again. Nail art brushes, if you buy them, and if they have a lid, and if you take care of them properly, and they're made of Kolinsky sable hair, will last you 20 years, okay? Why do you think nail art companies sell you brushes without lids? Because you jack them up way faster. So it's like this thing where if I sell something to you, like our biggest sellers at Wildflowers are our base coats and our top coats. People come back because they have to buy more, because they use it on every single client. So this is really like a very important product for us to have, our top coats and our base coats, because people keep coming back and buying them and buying them and buying them. But there's certain products like glitters that you're gonna buy at one time, and you're probably never gonna buy this product again. It's like a one-time buy. So for electric file companies, right, they have a product and they want you to buy that product. But if it lasts you for 20 years, how are they gonna continue to make money off of you? And so really the answer to that should be selling you bits. Your bits go bad. Your bits have to be replaced every few months if you're working full time. I mean, if you're working 40 hours a week doing nails and you're using an e-file on everybody, why am I going down the e-file rabbit hole? But I am going there, because y'all just need to know this. It's truth, okay? If you are using that electric file on every single client, and you're using those bits on every single client, your bits are gonna dull out in probably 2 to 3 months. You're gonna notice that they're not working as fast for you. You're gonna notice more heat being produced because they're losing their sharpness. Even the good ones. Now you buy the crap ones off like God knows where, they're only gonna work for like the first 3 clients, and then they're just gonna be crap and they're just gonna get warm and it's gonna suck. When you really get a good e-file bit from one of these good companies and you use it, you're gonna feel it and you're gonna know it and you're gonna be like, oh dang. But you can't use it for the rest of your life. Bits are not something that you buy one time. So what's happening, and what's so sad, is that because people aren't replacing their bits, these e-file companies, some of them, not all of them, but some of them, are making these machines, and they are putting motors inside the machines that are like 1-year motors or 2-year motors that are a ticking time bomb, that as long as they get you outside of the warranty period, and then your electric file goes bad, guess what? You're gonna have to come back and buy another electric file. So like I said, the Ericas, I don't even know. I feel like it has a lifetime motor in it. I know people who've had the thing for like 25 years. So I purchased my Ericas. I paid $420 for it back in 2009. And I have had it. And like I've had it forever. And I've had one where I've dropped the handpiece and had to send it. They repair it. They send it back. You know, you have to pay, of course, to get it repaired. But it's great to have that type of machine rather than some machine that you're like, oh no, any day now the thing could go bad or whatever, and then you can't get it fixed, you can't get it serviced, you basically have to pitch it and buy a new one. So it annoys me to see the way that these companies use their marketing tactics and their advertisements and just the way that they present products to some of you guys. Like, look at our shiny new electric file, and they make it like, and everybody's like, oh my God, like I have to get that one. That's the one I want. And then you buy it, but did you find out what the torque even is? Do you even know what torque is? Like, do you know anything, you know, about it? What's the lifespan of the motor? Is it a 2-year motor? Is it a 3-year motor? Is it a 5-year motor? Like, what do you really know about it beyond that it looks shiny and pretty? So like, stop being like that, you guys. We have to stop being like that. I know it's so hard because we're in the beauty industry, and anything that sparkles and twinkles and is pretty, we want. I agree with you. But you also are business people, and you have to be smart, and you have to use your head, and you don't want to get taken by companies just because they had cute advertisements. Like, I'm still laughing about the airbrush thing. I'm not mentioning company names, but most of y'all know I'm still laughing about the airbrush thing that happened like Black Friday, a couple Black Fridays ago. Everybody was like, oh my God, an airbrush, like, and I look and it's like, how many people actually are using it on a day-to-day with their clients? Like, not that it's not good to have an airbrush in your closet. They're like skeletons in your closet. I got like 3 airbrushes in my closet. And you know what? Every now and then when I have to do a project for Fashion Week or something crazy, I can bust out my airbrush and use it. So it's not like I'm ungrateful, but it just makes me laugh. And I sit back as a company owner and I watch other companies basically like pull the strings of nail techs like little puppets. And it makes me feel some type of way sometimes. Not because I am like, oh, like jealous or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. I put myself in the shoes of when I started doing nails, and you want to buy glitter and you want to buy rhinestones and you want to buy sparkly things, and you're not thinking about investing in an electric file. You're not thinking about investing in good brushes that you can maintain and take care of for many years. So it's just one of those things that, yes, I have Casey. I'm glad that Chloe's doing that because I feel like a lot of people have bought airbrushes and need some education. So I'm really happy that she's out there doing that. But yeah, like people aren't thinking about PPE, like about dust collection. Like they're just not thinking about these things when they're starting. It's just this crazy, like I was having a conversation with Jan Arnold about this. She's one of my favorite people to talk to. I love just coming on here and ranting to you guys, but I really am enjoying it. I was having a really good conversation with Jan Arnold, and we were talking about just the industry and marketing and customers and keeping people. And I was telling her, which I can be very like frank with her about stuff. And I'm like, look, you're in schools all over the place. Like CND is in schools all over the place. But I'm like, here's the problem. You get to school and you have a lousy teacher. Now this isn't everywhere, but this is in most places. You go to nail school, you have a lousy teacher. They don't teach you much of anything. CND, liquid and powder acrylic, is not a product that is easy to use. It is, it's not hard to use, but it's not easy. It can be finicky, okay? Just being real. So you definitely need to have like clear instruction when you're working with CND, liquid and powder. What's happening is in the schools, you're having a bad teacher, you're not getting the proper education, and so these students are relying on YouTube to teach them how to do nails. And so they're watching, this is like crazy, me freestyling on Facebook Live, like Lauren freestyling again, get ready because I'm gonna say crazy things. But what's happening is okay, so put yourself in the student's shoes. They go to school, they get this beautiful CND kit, they don't get good instruction on it. So they're watching YouTube, they're watching all these videos, they're watching like Max Estrada, they're watching Young Nails, they're watching Mia Secret, they're watching like all of these people from all over the world. Nothing wrong with any of them. It's like there's just 1,000 flavors to choose from. So they're watching all of this. They're trying to implement these techniques that they're seeing from any other brand but CND, because CND doesn't have jack on YouTube about how to use their acrylic. Yes, I told Jan that because I'm like, you guys get with the freaking program. Like this is the reality we live in. And if you guys don't get some like good content and material out there on how to like work with your product, they're never going to come across a video that shows them how to use the stuff. So they're going to be trying to use like Young Nails techniques and bleeding out the back of their pearl on a paper towel. You can't bleed out the back of any CND product. Like there is no bleeding out. You can't do it. So some of you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. But for those of you who do, you can't do it with CND. It'll turn yellow and it'll get like just completely messed up. So none of this is there. So I'm like, these students are on YouTube learning all of this stuff and they still have a consumer mind. So this student had a consumer mind before they went to nail school. They still have a consumer mind in nail school, right? When they graduate nail school, they're like half in and half out. They're like halfway consumer minded and like halfway pro minded, right? So these companies out there who market to the half in, half out, Young Nails, Mia Secret, like all of these companies that have positioned their marketing campaigns to the like halfway in, halfway out. Like we're not pro only. We're going to market to everybody and we're going to let anybody buy our products. Basically, and that's okay. Companies do that. I'm not saying like, I'm not here to like shame any company. I'm just saying like, this is reality right now. Their marketing strategy is 1 foot in and 1 foot out. The mind of the student coming out of school is 1 foot in, 1 foot out. This is why they're putting down the CND and they're jumping on the bandwagon of Young Nails, Mia Secret, like E-Nail Couture, whoever it is that they see, because they're not just straight up pro-minded. Like I feel like CND is very for the professional and they're very professional minded. And in the way that they do that, it almost leaves like a gaping hole in between like what, you know, them being handed a kid in school. And really the best way to like get CND products down is to go to an actual in-person class. So I realized that Holly, of course, is out there doing videos and trying, but it's like one person out there doing videos. And so and I've talked to Jan about this. I'm like, there is a gaping hole, and this is why people are coming out of school and you're losing all of them to these other brands and these other companies because their marketing is half in, half out. And that's right where the student's mind is. A student mind is half consumer, half professional, and they're falling and going right into the arms of these companies that market in a way that's half in and half out. Just something I've observed. Ding. Anyway, so it's interesting watching. It's interesting watching what happens in our industry. I'm someone who likes to sit back from afar and watch what goes on in our industry. I like to watch the journey of a customer, of a student, especially the journey of a nail student. It intrigues me more than anything. Watching a student, they get so excited to go to nail school. They get to school. Most of the time they've been roped in and promised the world. They get there. They're so disappointed, disgruntled. They a lot of times have a teacher that doesn't care. Again, not always. There are fantastic teachers out there, and there are fantastic schools, okay? They're out there. They exist. There's just not a lot of them. So for the journey for the average nail tech, they get into school. There's not a good nail program. They feel like the redheaded stepchild. They have a product line that's a professional product line, or they might have a product line that's complete garbage. One way or the other, the majority of students are getting OPI or CND in their kits. They're getting these products, and OPI and CND can't even come close to matching the YouTube presence of all of their competitors. And so these people are sitting there with an OPI or a CND kit, and they're watching every other brand's how-to videos and trying to put that into work with their Clairite, if that's what they're still getting for OPI, or their CND. Both of which are good products. There's nothing wrong with them, but this is just what's happening. Is like they're getting instruction for everything but those. They're seeing all these nails. You've got companies like Valentino out there selling a lifestyle. I mean, they're selling a lifestyle. It's like a girl gang. It makes me kind of giggle when I see them, but they're selling a lifestyle out there. And these are all the marketing tactics of companies. What's our marketing tactic at Wildflowers? Honestly, I just want people to know how to use the stuff we sell. And that is it. It's pretty basic. We don't have like a fancy marketing strategic tactics. We honestly don't. Like, I'm the one running this thing. I'm the one that's in charge of our marketing department, right? So we don't really have like well thought out. If something happens and we end up at the forefront of something, it's never on purpose. It just, like just put it in God's hands for us. Sure, we could hire somebody to come in with all of their like strategies and tactics and stuff like that, but like I just don't feel like we need to. I'm happy providing, the products that we provide. I'm happy, with the education that we provide. We have so much free education on YouTube. We try to link all of that onto our website. I have some paid education out there. I feel like it's the stuff worth paying for, so we charge for it, of course. But yeah, like I feel like our brand and our products sort of speak for themselves. I've never been a fan of like gimmicky marketing because I fell for that gimmicky marketing when I first started in this industry. And it really made me feel betrayed. As someone starting out, we were a very poor family. We were pastoring a church. We were starting a church, and we weren't funded from a mega church either. It was just like me and my husband like trying to start a church. So we didn't have any financial backing. We just had like the money that we made. We lived paycheck to paycheck. So for me to kind of start a new adventure in a nail career was something that took a lot of sacrifice. And that extra like $200 or $250 to invest in nail products, and then to fall into that trap of gimmicky marketing where like you thought it was going to be all like rainbows and ponies and puppy dogs, and you buy the stuff and then you just feel so deceived and taken advantage of. And I had that happen a lot of times in the beauty industry in general, not even just the nail industry, but just the beauty industry in general. And I feel like the companies that really do have good products and something good to offer rise to the top and get a good reputation. And the ones that are gimmicky, You know, like they continue to capture the people who are vulnerable, and they'll continue to, because we have such a high turnover rate in this industry. Do you guys even know what the turnover rate is in the nail industry? It's ridiculously high. I don't know exactly what it is, but I mean, it's very high. That means that people graduate nail school and they don't end up going more than a year as a nail tech. It's staggeringly high. I want to say it's like between 60 and 80%. Graduate school, go off to try to work, to try to like get their foot in the door in this industry, don't even make it a year and quit and go on to another profession, or just don't do it. It's like somewhere between 60 and 80%. And then half of them are carrying a student debt on top of it. It shouldn't be that way. We've got to do something to bridge the gap in this industry between what's happening in schools and what's happening out in the real world. We at Wildflowers have a school kit, like a student kit. The issue that we have getting it into schools is that the schools are wanting to provide what the student needs for their state board exam, and the schools just don't care about providing the students with a kit that's actually going to be beneficial for them to use in the real world of nails. The school is concerned with providing them what they need to pass their state board inspection. And so it is beyond frustrating to have what students need, to even have it's not like we have a great piece of what students need. We have our Sculptor Build Kit that comes with basically a polygel product, a build in a bottle product. It comes with files, it comes with forms, it comes with tips, it comes with like all of this wonderful stuff. It comes with daddy oil in it. It's got great stuff. So that's just one kit. We've got a bunch of art kits on top of it that schools can use to supplement, to go with the Sculptor Build Kit. And then if they still want to provide like a small acrylic starter kit or a small hard gel starter kit or whatever, like they can do that. So I'm just, like I said, I'm excited to have my own school and do things the way that they need to be done, because like I'm just so tired of this problem. And you know, having a school can be profitable and it can be not so profitable. It really just depends on how you set it up and how it's gonna work. But I will say this, like I hope that having my school is something that ends up being a good thing. I'm pretty confident that it'll be a good thing. I'm confident to raise the standard in this area, because it's the only place I'm gonna be able to raise the standard is in my local area. But I will say this, for those of you out there who have been contemplating maybe doing a school, listen, I will do whatever I can to try to help you. I mean, I am not gonna do all of it for you because it's a crap ton of work. It's a lot of paperwork. But it's nothing that you can't figure out. Everything's figure outable. But I'll do whatever I can to help you. And Wildflowers is here for you with like great kits. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So like the state boards in most states are like, you can only use odorless acrylic for our exams. So they're providing the students with odorless acrylic in their kits, and it's complete garbage. IMO. Anyway, one day someone will shut me up. Today is not the day. Anyway. All right, I'm about done ranting. But anyway, all I can say is if you guys have the opportunity to take a student under your wing, please do it. I don't care what products you're using. I don't care what brand you're using. I'm just telling you, anytime you have an opportunity to take a student under your wing, please do. The insight that you share with them is so valuable as someone who has made it through that year. If you've made it through the year and you have continued to do this as a profession and as a career, get a student, mentor them, be there for them, help guide them, give them your 2 cents. When they say, what do you think's a good brand for this or that, be honest with them about your experience with these brands and with these companies. Please be honest with them. Yes, I have a brand, I have a company, and I'm sure there are people out there who have had a not good experience with Wildflowers, and that sucks. I can only control so much, and I try my darndest, and that's how I sleep at night. But I'm telling you, be honest with them and share your knowledge, share your experience with them, because God knows they need it, because we're just, our education in this country is just so screwed up. So I would love to have a big sister, a big brother program. I think you should start it, Candy. I think you'd be perfect for that. And we at Wildflowers will be here to back you however we can. I have too many projects, but if any of you are, listen, you guys, let me tell you this. If you're out there going into schools and you're wanting some goodies to take to the students, you email me, info@wildflowersnails.com, and say, Lauren, I'm going into a nail school. Do you have any extra goodies? We might ask that you pay shipping, but we have a whole closet full of crap. It's not like, you know what I'm saying when I say crap. It's not garbage. It's just sometimes we have something went into the wrong container, or it's got the wrong label on it. It's good stuff. It's just, it doesn't fit the picture in the description on the website perfectly, or maybe the label's upside down on it. So we have stuff. So I'm telling you, if you're going into a school or doing something like that, please contact us. We're more than happy to try to help you out. Ways to get involved with Wildflowers. What we do as a brand and as a company is we have, once you become a master artist, which is completing all of our master artist courses. Once you've done that, we are confident that you know how to use all of our products the way that they're intended to be used, and you know a lot about them, and you know a lot of techniques. At that point, you can become a brand ambassador. As a brand ambassador for Wildflowers, I know that term is used like all over the place. Brand ambassador for Wildflowers, what does that mean? That means that you are able to go out and teach your own nail art classes and teach whatever the heck you want. And we as a company are here to help back you with product. So we offer discounts, good discounts. We don't have quantity restrictions, nothing like that. We offer to those people who are master artists who decide to become a brand ambassador. We have really great product discounts for them because they're trying to hold classes and they want to have product to use in the class, or they want to have product to provide for the students in their classes. They can't do that without a company discounting it. They can't pay retail for that stuff and be able to hold a class and make it anything near profitable or even break even. So we as a company are here to back those people if they want to start holding independent classes. Absolutely. We have our Wildflowers certifiers. Those are the ones who are like dubbed as, oh gosh, sorry, keep kneeing this table. My legs are too long. They're dubbed as people who are capable of certifying on behalf of Wildflowers. So that means they're able to teach certain branded Wildflowers classes. They teach them the same nails that I do. It's like what you see is what you get. It is a Wildflowers branded class. So we have a couple of our educators who are actually certifiers that are allowed to certify on behalf of Wildflowers. So we've got brand ambassadors. These are the ones that are out there educating. They are doing their thing. They are being creative. They are creating their own nail designs. They're doing what they want. We're backing them as a company with product. And honestly, if I had to choose one of these things to work at my own company, I would become a master artist, and then I would be a brand ambassador because I like writing my own classes. Like, I don't want to teach somebody else's stuff all the time and be in the box. So you might be an in-the-box person and you might like teaching other people's curriculum, so that might be your thing that you like to do. And if that's you, then maybe becoming a certifier is like right up your alley. Maybe you want to do both. You can do both. And then we have distributors for Wildflowers, and distributors are those who are distributing the Wildflowers product to make a profit. So you can be a Wildflowers master artist, distributor, certifier, and brand ambassador. You can be all those things. Or you could become a master artist and just be a master artist. You can become a master artist and then be a distributor. You could become a master artist and then become a certifier. You could be a certifier and a distributor. You could be a distributor and a brand ambassador. So like there's lots of opportunities once you get past the threshold of master artist. Jessica, I don't think I'll ever do 100% online for master artists, and this is why. Because of all of these step afters for master artists, I need to know you personally, because I don't want to work with you unless I know you personally. So we have to at least be in a one day, all day class together so that I can get to know you personally, because I want to know who you are. I want to know what you're like. I want to know what your goals and dreams and aspirations are. And I want to spend some time with you. So it is very important to me to get to know the people that are wanting to work with our company and that we're wanting to support. Because if you're a little cuckoo, there might be an issue there. Not that we've ran into, I mean, you know, most people who become master artists are pretty like invested in becoming a master artist. And we're very transparent with people that want to go further and want to go beyond that. And it's a lot of work. We don't have Wildflowers educators. So people are like, I'm going to be an educator for Wildflowers. Doesn't even exist. We don't have Wildflowers educators. So we just have our brand ambassadors. Those are the ones that have like, you know, can go out of the box, but we know these people. We know they're not cuckoo. We know they're not going to steer you wrong. We have our distributors. We know our distributors are all master artists, so they have to have a very vast knowledge of all the products so that when you buy it and you're like, I don't get how to use this, they can actually help you. And, you know, our certifiers are people who I know are going to represent Wildflowers the way it should be represented. So we know that Jotana is cuckoo, but I like her kind of cuckoo, so she okay. Yeah, so we've got some master artists. Yeah, like Trisha is working on raising her bar up, and yeah, I'm like so excited to work with these girls. We've got exciting things happening at Wildflowers, and I'm excited to be a part. I'm excited for them to really, I'm excited to watch their dreams take off, and I'm excited to be there to support them as a brand, because for those people who want to teach, what they need is they need to be able to sell product. They just have to be able to have that to help. Teaching is like a passion project unless you can sell some product to be able to really like help to make it a profitable experience. And that's just the truth. That is just the straight up truth, because once you pay an educator for their time and pay for a venue and get everything in place and do all the work, you know, it's crazy. Michelle, we've got Canadian distributors. So Erin Brenhouse is a Canadian distributor. Kathy Blair is a Canadian distributor, and then we've got O'Regan out in Newfoundland as well. So they'll ship anywhere. And I know, like, I'm sure they're just. Erin and Kathy are both amazing individuals, so make sure you hook up with them, Michelle, because they will be holding classes. Jessica, Can West no longer carries our product, so we are not, our products cannot be found at Can West. We are no longer at Can West. Yep, I will leave it at that. So, no longer at Can West. All right. Well, I'm gonna head off. It's okay, Jessica. It's all right. No biggie. I'm gonna head off and I'm gonna add the press-on sizing chart. Oh, Michelle, you're such an impulse buyer. You hate paying shipping. You need to see the product in person. Well, Michelle, let me tell you this. If you are in Canada and yes, you cross the border, and come shopping down here, you'll have to smuggle it back and then you'll have to pay duties. The ones who get it in Canada have to absorb the duties and fees. So it's a little bit tricky. So even if we get someone like right where you are that carries it, they still have to absorb all of those duties and fees. There's just no way. There's no tunnel, unfortunately, where we can just smuggle the product across the borders. It sucks. Erin will tell you, Erin and Kathy both. I mean, I can't, just to give you a little bit of a glimpse inside of what it takes to get our product into Canada. these distributors, first of all, you have the trans money, I can't say it. Is it translation? No. Why can't I think of the word? Anyway, Canadian dollar's worth one thing, the US dollar worth something else, right? The conversion, the currency conversion, right? So you've got the currency conversion that's all the time doing this, la 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 la, like a fancy dance, and you don't want to be like this way, you don't really want to be this way, you want it to be kind of like, or maybe you do want it to be this way, I don't know, but it's like doing this crazy like conversion dance all the time. So they might get the, yes, thank you, the exchange. They might get it when it's like one way and then everything flips on its head. So you've got this like crazy conversion thing happening, right? All the time, it's fluctuating. So their bottom line cost is gonna get stuck, but then the exchange rate of the dollar is like doing this thing. So it makes it complicated. They have to pay to have the stuff shipped to them. That's not cheap, especially if they're trying to get in a hurry, right? So they've got this thing and then they've got to ship it. And then what happens when it gets to the border is there is something called NAFTA, which is the North American Fair Trade Act. And NAFTA says that if it's made in the United States, that it's taxed like one way. And if it's made in China or Asia or Pakistan or Canada, or not Canada, but like anywhere but North America, it's taxed a different way. So when the product comes through border control, they have to figure out all of this stuff. Even if it's stuff that's all made in the USA and we ship it across the border, they still have to pay taxes on it. Like, it's just crazy the amount of duties and fees. For the products that we at Wildflowers have that are made overseas, yes, we do have some products that are made in China because they make it the best. What do you want me to do? I mean, they really do. And when you've tested the products from the United States and Canada and like Germany and, you know, the UK and China wins, like, it sucks. I hate it. But like, there really are some products that they do make very well and they're made in reputable places. Not everywhere is some like child labor, like place where people are jumping out of windows over there. They actually do have reputable places that make products. So we do utilize a couple places over there to make some of our products. That being said, when those products are made and it comes into the United States, we have to pay and absorb taxes and fees on them, which is usually roughly about 30%. So yeah, like Erin's paying 69 cents to the dollar in fees. Like, it's just crazy, the exchange when something comes over a border, what happens to it. So almost all the jars that your gel polishes and bottles are in are made in China. So like, people are getting these jars produced or these bottles, and yeah, so the bottle itself might cost 25 cents. Or just to make it more simple, we'll say it costs $1. So you get this beautiful customized bottle, glass bottle made for your cosmetic product. When you import that in from China into the United States, you're paying about 30 cents on top of that dollar for your glass bottle. So now the bottle costs $1.30. Then you put your stuff, you mix the stuff yourself, you put it in the bottle. Now suddenly it's made in the United States, so that's fine. And then you go to ship that and it crosses another border and it's taxed again like 30%. I mean, it's just like nutty how much taxation happens when things cross borders. So as a distributor, it's not like, because people are under the impression like, oh, well, if I buy it from like my Canadian distributor, I'm not gonna have to like pay, you know, it should be the exact same price as it is at Wildflowers. And it's like, no, dude, like they have to pay and absorb all of those import fees when they take it across the border. So whether you order it for us or whether you order it from them, but like, support them, man. Like, you'll get it quicker too. Rant over. Okay, guys, I really am gonna go. I have so much fun on here talking to you guys. God, I don't want anyone to get me in trouble either. Just say whatever I feel like saying. So, anyway. Fun conversations. Don't get me in too much trouble. I wouldn't say anything I wouldn't say to Jan's face on here. Y'all know I love her. And I love CND. I love a lot of these companies. I really do. Like, I have a lot of respect for a lot of nail companies and a lot of nail brands out there. And I have my favorites, just like all of you. So, you know, it is what it is. I can admire and respect a lot of nail companies out there. Even if I don't agree with the way that they market, even if I don't agree with, like, you know, everything about the company, it's still fun to kind of sit back and watch the way companies do things and be like, wow, I see what they're doing. And I acknowledge that, you know, they have put a lot of thought into the way that they're doing things. It just gets my feathers a little ruffled when nail techs aren't using wisdom and they're just being swayed by sparkly things. So if you're a new nail tech, don't buy glitter and rhinestones, okay? I know you want to, but don't do it. Save your money for important stuff like an electric file. It's so important to get a good electric file, and it's important to get good brushes and take care of them, and it's important to get something to suck the dust, or your lungs are gonna be full of dust, and it's important to take care of your wrists and your eyes, and get some nail specs. I will say get some nail specs, because you don't want a toenail. First toenail that you take to the eye, that'll change your perspective quick. All right, guys, I love you. Thanks for those of you who stuck around through my rant. I don't know why. But I will see you. Maybe I'll see you next week. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. But yeah, help the newbies, you guys. Help the newbies. Get out there and help these people who are coming new into this industry. That's all I ask from you guys. I feel like that's the best way for all of us to pay it forward as a nail tech. So yes, nice hanging out with you. Nice to see you, Candy. Yes, if you didn't go vote for NTNA, go vote. It might be too late now. But make sure you guys vote. Show your support for those contestants. It's a really hard competition. So make sure you get on there and vote. Make sure you share their stuff, comment, get on there, and you know, show your support and your love to the contestants of NTNA. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.